What's up, guys? Lige Schuyler here, owner and supervising broker of Venue Real Estate, and welcome back to episode number 2 of Community Conversations. So it celebrates community members that are making a difference in the Bozeman community that I get to collaborate with in business. So Jen is a brand partner with Live Pure, a nutraceutical company that sells the best of the best in whole, raw food, plant-based nutrition. Thanks so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we got started. Friendship, it came before business.
Yes.
And you and my wife, Charla, you guys were nurses together.
Yeah, we started working together back in 2014.
Yeah.
I think I met you in 2015.
Yeah, because you guys were just working and really enjoyed hanging out together.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
your husband, Gerber, super fun. I always know it's been a long time since we've hung out, because when we hang out, my face cramps from smiling too much. It's always good times. But friendship first, and then we jumped into then doing some business stuff. You guys were doing like a product introduction.
Yep, we call it just kind of like a nutrition seminar event.
Yeah. And I'd pitched the idea about doing a promotional, and you were like, I don't know so much about that.
But it turned out great. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then right on the heels of that, you found out that you guys were doing competition, which kind of broke us through.
Like a year ago, you had said, hey, I want to make a video. Let's do this. And I was kind of, okay, Elijah, sure. I don't want to get in front of the camera. And then the competition came around. And I said, did someone say competition? So
yeah, so that pushed you over the edge. So we did it and then wound up winning.
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
Yeah, and it was for, what was it for?
It was for, we have an annual conference, and it was for the annual conference, and they wanted to have different people submit different videos about explaining what Pure is.
Yeah, $1,000.
Yeah,
for the winner.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then now, as you go to conferences and stuff, what effect has that had in your involvement with conferences and producing that video?
Yeah, so very unexpected.
Yeah.
Because people will come up to me and say, Jen Gerber, thank you so much for that video. We love your video. Yeah. So yeah, it was a little bit awkward at first, not having any idea the effects of that.
Yeah, but it's created a lot of inroads with other Pure providers around the country.
Yeah, so people share my video all the time.
Yeah.
When they're telling people about Pure.
Yeah, which is so much fun to get to be a part of that and help promote you. But the thing that kicked it for you was the competition thing. So very competitive person. Yes. Was it college? You were a college athlete?
Yes.
For a while? What was it what did you compete in?
I ran cross country and track, and I played basketball for a year.
Gotcha. And then finishing, then coached for a while as well.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, started off coaching high schoolers and then coached at the college level.
Yeah, and then you and your husband, super active. You guys have done like numerous Ironmans.
Done a few.
Like one would be too many for me. You guys have done numerous.
Yes.
And then Gerber as well, then he likes more than the Ironmans and that kind of stuff. His jam is like marathons.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
So big runners. So both of you very active.
Yeah.
So as a part of that, being very competitive. So you're only as good as the fuel you use. Like, what has you guys' diet, health routines and stuff been like over the years?
So we've always been very, very healthy people, recognizing that when you're competing, you got to fuel your body with the right nutrition. So we've always supplemented and always been healthy, and done the right things, made the right choices, eat the right food.
Totally, because I didn't remember the correct term. It was you were in a fitness competitor as well.
Yeah, so bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you were pressing hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's very strict nutrition. Yes.
Strict nutrition. Yeah. So you're going after it, doing your nutrition stuff, but then here a number of years ago, then you wound up having some medical things that you ran into. Well, what did you get into there?
So in 2019, I had some blood work done, and I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism and type 2 diabetes. And I also had high cholesterol, which, as you can imagine, that was a shock for me because of our healthy lifestyle and our active lifestyle. Pretty overwhelming and depressing.
Yeah.
And felt pretty hopeless after that. The doctor wrote me a couple prescriptions and kind of sent me on my way. She didn't have any answers as to why I had those diagnoses.
Yeah. And then you and my wife both nurses.
Yeah.
And how long have you practiced?
21 years.
21 years. Yeah. So lots of experience in the medical world.
Right.
Yeah. So in all of your processes, would have considered that you were a healthy person, understood health
Right.
well.
Right.
So you get your diagnosis. They put you on prescriptions. Not something you want to do.
No.
How are you feeling after you get that diagnosis? You're going to be on prescriptions the rest of your life. How was that for you?
So I'm kind of a little bit of a fighter where I'm like, this is not my future. So, but at that point, I didn't know what I could do different. Like I had changed. I mean, there was nothing to change with my diet, with my activity level. I mean, I couldn't go out and run more miles. I was already running a lot of miles.
Do another Ironman.
Right.
Yeah. So you're already being healthy, eating healthy, and then with your medical background, it's like out of options. And so a lot of hopelessness at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. So merging forward though, like how did you wind up getting into Pure? Like how did Pure enter the scene?
I had a coworker who had felt the dramatic changes after she started using the Pure products, and not knowing of my diagnosis because I hadn't told anybody. Partly denial, partly pride. So I'm like, how in the world is this my future?
Totally.
And so she shared Pure with me. Like I said, she didn't have any idea what I had going on, and she shared it with me. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. I read a bunch of testimonials and how it changed people's lives, and so I thought, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
So she had been using it, had seen results.
Yeah.
And was literally just sharing it with you like, Jen, this changed my life. I want you to have it too.
Yes.
But wasn't like, oh, you're having medical issues.
Right.
Try it. So it's freak accident.
Yes.
Yeah, coincidence. So you got into it. So you read the testimonials. Like, what was your mindset going into trying nutritional supplements?
Yes, probably the most skeptical person you could find. Because I had taken hundreds of supplements for all the athletic events that I had done, and I never really felt a difference when I took them. So very skeptical. And I thought, you know what, I asked her probably 5 times, okay, you're sure I can get my money back, right?
Yeah.
You're sure that I can get my money back? My husband's a CPA, and he's like, are you sure you can get your money back?
Yeah.
And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so when my boxes of my products came, I kept the boxes and the packing peanuts, fully intending to return everything.
Yeah, I remember when you shared that story. We went to one of your Pure events. It was there, and was engaging with the media stuff. Lindley, I don't know what their titles in your corporation, but like she's one of the higher ups.
Yes.
Like, I kept my boxes and my peanuts. Like so, super skeptical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha. But then I remember in chatting, then one of your things was that you're like, yeah, sure, this changed your life. But like when people start taking nutritional supplements, they're thinking about their health more. So was it the nutrition? Was it you changing your diet? So you went into it. You got a little testy with it.
Got a little feisty.
You get a little feisty.
So I already eat a clean diet, and I was like, you know, when people start on a new nutrition plan, a new supplement plan, they clean up their diet and they start eating different. So they're like, woo, I feel amazing. But they change too many variables. So my thought was, I'm going to change a variable in the opposite direction. So start taking the products, I'm actually going to start eating worse. So I started eating fried foods and like a bunch of dairy that I normally don't eat and all this stuff because of like, prove me wrong, Pure. That is like, I was being stubborn and I was like, I'm planning on getting my money back, so prove me wrong.
Yeah, which is a great way to go into it because you're controlling for it. Like you said, people change it, but they're thinking about their diet. So you actually went the opposite way.
I did.
And then, but what was your experience then moving forward with the Pure products?
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't trying to lose weight. I lost 8 pounds without trying, which was crazy. I mean, never in my life have I lost weight without trying.
Totally, and increasing fatty foods.
Yes.
And that, but you lost 8 pounds anyway.
I lost 8 pounds, yes. And I mean, how many people can say I lost weight without trying?
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. So.
You're like, well, you're looking really good. What have you been doing?
Nothing. I've been eating fried food, actually.
So you lost some weight.
Yeah.
And then what other
the
effects?
The biggest improvement I noticed within the first 7 to 10 days was pain reduction. And that was huge for me. I have suffered from 20 years of chronic low back pain from a pole vaulting injury in college. I had a weightlifting injury about 10 years ago and tore some stuff in my shoulder. And so I've had chronic shoulder pain for 10 years. and then just this nagging Achilles tendonitis. So every morning you get out of bed, kind of hobble around, and everything hurts. Kind of gotta, wake everything up for a couple minutes, and then maybe it won't hurt after that. So I got out of bed one morning and nothing hurt. I walked into the bathroom with no problem and nothing hurt. And that was the first aha moment where I thought, oh, this is legit. Something's going on here.
What discovered itself to you was a lack of your symptoms. That you're like, wait, I should be hurting and I'm not. What's going on?
Yeah.
And pressing forward from there then what was your journey merging forward then with Pure products from that point?
So as a nurse, I love the black and white, the objective data. The subjective is great, but I want the black and white. I want the data. And I'm not making any medical claims here at all. This is just my story. But 3 months after I started the Pure products, I had blood work drawn and my cholesterol had cut in half. I hadn't made any diet changes that would have brought that down.
Except for the negative ones.
Except for the negative, yes. Which probably should have brought it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then my A1C and my TSH were normal, which I would expect because I was on medications. But I slowly started weaning off those medications and those levels stayed normal. And so 6 to 9 months later, I was off all medications and my blood work was perfect. And again, like I said, this is my story.
Yeah.
I'm not making any medical claims.
Yeah. But I think it's so powerful because I think a lot of products like this, that people are like, yeah, sure. It's just snake oil stuff.
Yeah.
But in your experience that you had, that you've been a competitive bodybuilder, you have been an Ironman competitor, marathons, you went hard, and you were eating healthy, but that in experiencing Pure products, that you've experienced a massive shift in the performance that you have as a high energy person. So I think that's powerful because a lot of people come in with skepticism and you're like, well, of course you're selling this. This is what you're doing to make a profit. But you're like, no, you received a gift and you want to give that gift to other people. So I think it's incredibly powerful. Saucy. It was hilarious watching Lindley's face. She's like, what? But it's like, no, like if this is really true, then it's really true. So then merging forward then with the Pure product itself, what is Pure? What is the process? And like, what helps it stand aside from other nutritional? I said nutraceutical. New word for me. So what makes it Pure and its process stand out from other products that are out there?
So with nutraceutical, it's like pharmaceutical, nutraceutical. We're trying to eliminate the need for prescription medication if it's possible. I mean, I was an ER nurse for 15 years. There's a need for medication. I'm not going to deny that. But when you don't have to be on it, and a medication that has a lot of side effects, nutraceuticals is the way to go.
Totally.
Yeah.
With nutritional supplements, if people are going to take the nutritional supplements that they're going to buy at like Albertsons, what sets it apart as something that provides exceptional benefit?
I love this question because a lot of people don't know. And I was one of those that didn't know. I mean, some of the supplements I was taking for my bodybuilding competitions are off the market and illegal now. And because people were dying taking them. And so I love that question because there is something that sets Pure apart. And the supplements are manufactured in an FDA registered facility. And they're third party tested, which means someone else comes in and tests to show that what we say on the label is actually in the product. So there aren't a bunch of fillers and binders and a bunch of fake stuff in there that is not listed.
Yeah, so what you're paying for, you're getting.
It's truly what you're getting,
And Pure opens themselves up to transparency and third-party testing. Like, test our stuff, here's a bottle, sweet. So then high quality nutrition, but then what does the process look like taking the supplements? Like, is there anything beyond just the supplements itself?
Cleanse, balance, build.
Cleanse, balance, build. Talk us through what's cleanse, balance, build. What does that do?
So cleanse out the toxins because I don't think anybody can deny that we're toxic and we're surrounded by toxins everywhere. In the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink. And then the balance is you balance out your hormones and your pH because an acidic environment is where bad things happen. And an alkaline environment is where you want to be. And that is, God created our bodies. They're amazing. And it'll always right itself to the alkaline state, but we're either helping it or we're harming it. We're doing one or the other. And so this is helping it get to that. And then the build is you build up your trillions of cells with the whole raw food plant-based nutrition.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing then is not just the nutritional supplements themselves. It's a part of a larger process that kind of starts merging into more of a lifestyle. Is that a good breathe back?
Yeah. It's a system that works together. There's no one-hit wonder. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people are looking for, is a one-hit wonder. But the best place that that people start is it's called the core products. And it's about 7 products. And you take them together. You can mix them into a smoothie. You've got multivitamin, calcium. You've got, your different supplements. And you're going to mix them together. They also come in capsule form for people that aren't a fan of taste. There's no sugar added, so things don't taste awesome, and you experienced that firsthand.
I was a gym rat for years, and I would just take all my supplements, just throw them in my mouth, throw in some water, shake my head, and swallow it down. The sulfur, capsules maybe, recommended, unless you have a really high tolerance for bad taste. But I think that's good though, because they're not masking stuff with extra sugar.
Right.
And it's pure.
Yes.
Yeah. So you started taking pure products, and it really transformed your health, renewed your hope. Now you see this as a gift. How do you approach your business practice with the effects that you've had from Pure?
And I think of it as a gift because it truly is. It's transformed my life. It's been an amazing gift. And I don't always know what people have going on. They might be suffering in silence. And so I share it with a lot of people, and not everybody's interested. If someone had shared Pure with me 5 years prior to when they shared it with me, I would have said no, because I didn't have a diagnosis and I was healthy, and I wasn't looking for anything different. So you got to think of it as the timing has to be right in people's lives. Every time I get a text that says, "Thank you so much, you changed my life. This is, I can do this, this, and this again because of Pure." That's just confirmation.
Yeah.
And it's convicting. I've got to share this with more people.
And how does that feel for you? You get those texts. What does that feel like?
Right. That's why I became a nurse, to help people. And so that is the way I get to do that.
So for people out there that they look at the cost of it, they want to help transform their lives. There's a lot of financial issues in the world today.
Yeah.
How can people stay sustainable merging forward if they want to get in Pure and help supplement their income?
I think I've shared with you before, the American Psychological Association printed a research article that they had done about 8 out of 10 Americans are suffering either with their health or their finances. Not knowing that was going to be a part of Pure that I would share with people, I've been able to help people with their finances in ways that I just didn't think that was a thing. And just being able to help them and give them an extra source of income, especially because we live in Bozeman and it's expensive to live here.
Totally.
It's been really cool to see how I can help people not only with their health, but with their finances. And whether it be they want to make $500 a month or $5,000 a month or more. So as a nurse, I'm only going to make so much. I was a nurse for 20 years and I was making $38 an hour. And there's always a cap. But with Pure, there's not. I can make as much as I want with how much effort I put in. And so to me, who I like a challenge, that's...
Bring on the competition. Yes. This is how much we're going to earn. I'll show you how much.
Right.
That's awesome. You're only limited by your drive.
Yeah, you truly are.
That's awesome.
Which, I could be the best nurse. And I was a great nurse. I was a good nurse.
You were a good nurse. Totally.
But it didn't affect my pay. I still, I made what I made.
At the end of the day, you made what you made. So your drive and your passion with Pure is, number one, you're bringing transformation to people's health and giving people hope that may have lost it. And then secondly, that you're also bringing the potential of health in finances, where people can have passive income and scale what they earn here in the Bozeman area.
Right.
That is dope. Yeah.
Super
exciting. Well, thanks for being on the podcast, Jen. Yeah, it's awesome. So if you'd want to reach out to Jen, I'll leave her contact information at the end of the video. So a great way for her to get in contact with her is either through text, email. Love to meet with you and talk more about Pure. I love promoting people who are doing amazing things in Bozeman and seeing our community transform. So thanks so much again for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.